What's up guys, this is Gage/Kevin and I'm back to another crappy video. We're in hell. We're about to start MFing, and it's an interesting concept because it's like, I'm a former hardcore botter, so like what would a botter do if he was actually manually playing the game to MF? And like, people say all sorts of dumb shit, but like I have like hundreds of hours of statistical data of like where shit drops, right? Like you wake up in the morning, you check your bot drop log, and you've got a list of where everything dropped. And like, obviously, there's no game limits with this Dee Tew ARR modern, so it changes a little bit what you can do. And then there's obviously bots. Bots can teleport perfectly and just zip through zones that manually, like, you just can't do it as fast, and you don't have map hack, blah 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 blah. So what would I do as a manual player? It's actually pretty simple. We're in a quest bugged game on the barb. So the first thing is andariel. I wouldn't do andariel now because there's no game limits, so you don't have to pad your game time. Remember, you could only do 20 runs. Are these champs? You could only do 20 runs and 20 games in an hour before you got banned. So you had to pad your game time. We stopped to kill champs because champs can drop anything, and there's 3 of them, so it's worth it. Catacombs is go north and then backwards. So we got Andy, and the reason Andy is good, and if you never quest bugged, you might have like compared your meph drops to Andy and be like, why does Andy drop so well? It's because Andy, as long as you talk to is that a goal? No. As long as you talk to Wariv or Jeren in the same game as you quest killed just some crappy dagger. As long as you talk to Wariv and Thingo when you killed andariel, she's quest bugged permanently, and that's a bug on top of a bug. So like, quest bugging is arguably a bug, but you got an automatic quest bug as long as you talk to fucking Wariv and Thingo when you killed him the first time manually. So that's why Andy is good. As long as Andy can drop, because obviously there's treasure classes, she can't drop everything. But quest drop is the most powerful thing in the game for boosting your drops. So Andy. The next thing, runes. How would I manually go about finding runes? Super chests. Where are the most super chests in the game? Arcane Sanctuary. At the end of all of these things, there's fucking 3 super chests. Fuck. What's the hotkey? J or F? F. We zoomed in. There's 3 super chests at the end of here. So 3 times 3, 9 fucking super chests. Oh, there's some champs. The problem with killing shit here is that the ghosts will walk out of bounds, and then when you kill them, they drop nothing because they're out of bounds. So it's not really worth killing shit, even though the ghosts have like a high drop rate. I think statistically, the highest chance of the Arcane Sanctuary guy is south, so you go north first. So there you go, rune drop already. We don't need one of those. So 9 super chests, and then we kill the guy for a key, because you need the key to do Ubers, right? So with 300 ping, this place is dangerous because this firewall, you could get stuck in a hit recovery animation with 300 ping. So with 300 ping, this place isn't safe, but obviously now we have low ping, so this is totes worth doing. So this is part 1 of where you'd find your runes. And we're just going to kill the summoner. Clicking that would crash the game, if you remember, to try get a key. Go through the portal to go straight to the waypoint. Because we're talking and playing suboptimally, we're going to refresh our bow. We don't have level 54 bow just yet, so that's Act 2. And statistically, the best place is actually Far Oasis. But as a manual player, you can't find and teleport this zone fast enough to make it worth it. Because you have to find Far Oasis first, which isn't usually that hard, but you do have to do it. There it is. And then why is this zone good? It's fucking awful to teleport through, right? But each one of these rooms has 2 super chests. And the bugs and the things have higher on average rune drops as well. But as you can see, like, it's really hard to teleport. There's the next zone. It's really hard to teleport through here. So here you go, 2 chests. Bang, bang, one of these rooms. I changed it to old graphics because it's hard to see the fucking chests. So you've got a pack full of like high rune drops, and then you have 2 super chests. 2 chance out of a super chest in each one. But I wouldn't do this because as a manual player, you just can't do this fast enough to make it worth it. But bots can just zip through this zone like super quickly. So 2 super chests, there's a rune drop. So I think there's like 3 rooms per floor. And there's 2 super chests, a chance at 2 super chests, and then you've got the mobs that can be rare or champs. So another 2 chests. So when you'd wake up and you'd see high rune drop in your bot, it was most likely Maggot lair. But I wouldn't do this because it's just too slow as a manual player. You just can't do it fast enough. Another 2. Oh, we don't have any keys. That's another thing. You gotta fucking manage your keys, man. Remember to pick keys. Where do you get keys again? This dumbass. Two super chests. So you got 3 floors. 3 times 3 times 2. So 9 times 2. 18 super chests. Oh, there's some champs. Where were they? Which one was champ? Oh, these guys. Amulets. But again, this zone is just too slow to do manually, I think. So I wouldn't do this zone as a manual player. And then obviously there's single, like I'm obviously talking about playing online on Bnet, where there were game limits and the map is random every time. Like people play on single player where you can like load the perfect map and then just replay the same map over and over, but obviously you can't do that on Bnet. So that's Maggot lair. That's statistically the best zone according to botting, but it's not good playing manually. We're gonna refresh our bow because we're just talking and playing slow. Next, Bizarre. So runes part 2 that I would actually do as a manual player is sewers. We gotta find sewers. Sewers level 2 that is though. I haven't done this in a while, so I can't remember if there's a trick to finding the floor quickly. But so sewers level 2. Why would you do this zone? Because there's a champ pack in here or a rare. But again, there's like 6 super chests, and we put it back to old graphics because it's hard to see where the chests are. Look at all these fucking chests, man. Sometimes there's the demon, the soul, not the souls, the dolls. So you gotta be careful. But yeah, like look how many fucking chests there are in here. So I would do this as a manual player. And then sometimes you can't kill this because we're a blizz. And while you're looking for this zone, there's also a sparkly chest in here. So that's part 2 of manual rune finding. So I would do Arcane Sanctuary and sewers level 2. There's lower Kuras, which people do in single player. But I don't think you can find it. The campfire. I don't think you can find the campfire fast enough. Oh, here it goes. So 1, 2. 3. So that would be, I wouldn't do this. Like, I don't think you can find that fast enough. Like, compared to the other 2 where there's, you know, sewers level 2, there's like fucking 8 chests. And Arcane, there's fucking, thingamajigger. Travinkle, there's... Trav is good, but it's hard and dangerous. And the immunes, so I wouldn't do it with a Blizzork. So, and obviously the last, most important, the classic quest bugged meph run. Backwards. Switch. Quest bug. Oh! Telrasha. This is all shit, bro. Telrasha! Fuck you, man. What's this, Chris? It's just a crappy dagger, right? Some crappy dagger. And we like to pick up... We just like rares because, like... Eventually, like, once you've... Like, between botters, like, once you become, like, uber botter, like... No one cares about, like, runes and... uniques anymore, and it's about those, like, super rare... rare items. And obviously don't forget to open the chest at the end here. And you can also pop these if you're looking for...
Oh, I don't like it. Okay.
Oh shit. Got a fucking stream up. And that's your main unique run. And we're quest bugged. We're quest bugged to meph, so we cannot go any further. So... Eventually we'll have to do nith for destruction keys. But yeah, like that's the run that you'll do, that we'll do until we just get sick of it or we find what we want, right? So if I were playing manually, if I'm playing manually right now, I just do Arcane Sanctuary, Sewers level 2 and quest bug meph, and that's it. We just do that until we get sick of the game. We haven't played Dee Tew in a while, so for some reason we just feel like it. We want to do at least one Ubers manually and find at least one high rune of sewer or above. So we'll see how long this takes to get a sewer. We feel like making an auradin, like Jewel Dream auradin. That would be like the ultimate multi-boxing char, but the only thing more expensive than Jewel Dream auradin is like fucking Last Wish. So like out of all the builds, like auradin is like the most expensive build in the game, and your first jar is obviously going to be Enigma. So to find an auradin, we have to first make an Enigma, because there's no way you'd use your first jar on anything else. So yeah, that's a manual MF run, and like I've actually legitimately dropped a jar playing the game in WSK by clicking one of the guy on a cross, one of the clickable objects. I was just walking through WSK, clicked it, and we got a jar. And that's my highest manual rune drop, I think. Unless it was a cham. Either that jar or a cham is my highest manual... and that was on Battle.net. That wasn't on the Australian private server. But yeah, so that's just a quick MF run. That's what we would do as a former botter. Oh, we could talk about the gear. We've just got Spirit Lore, Chromatic Deflecting Tower. You can shop this in Act 3 Nightmare. So here, you just run, you go to the waypoint, you run back to the vendor, you'll find, this is like one of the best shields. If you don't find, there's Wiston's Guard, because I'm a max block guy, because I played with 300 ping. So we're at 71% because we've been leveling up, so we're at 70% block. There's Wiston's Guard, but this has no res. There's that shield, you can shop this Act 3 Nightmare. I think you can get it in thing as well, and then you have a 50% chance of getting 2 sockets. The other one is Moses, but Moses is low block, so you have to waste even more stats. So we got Spirit, Lore, Moses, +1 skill, Smoke, String, this is our DR, Ravenfrost, Dwarf, Alders, Blood Fist, which we got Alibaba in the thing. And then these are just all life or res or whatever. We might make a video about the ultimate 300 ping Bile Run Souls Dole survival gear once we get it. But yeah, so we're just doing we'll do this meph run until we either get what we want or get sick of it. So Arcane Sanc, Sewers level 2, and Quest Bug meph. So yeah, until the next time, goodbye.